You all right, all in Wales? Nice to see you, mate. Just wait a few minutes. Anyone there? Hi, Susie Knight. How are you? Just wait a few minutes. And it been hot today. 32 today. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. Thanks, Susie Knight. Yeah, it's sweltering. Tonight's going to be worse. You know, in bed. Got the fans going, eh? Where is everyone? Mrs. Insects, hiya. Hiya. How you doing? Well, you're very welcome, Mrs. Insects. 5 in. Hi, all in Wales. How you doing, mate? All right? Yeah, I'm in my kitchen at the minute because I'm having work done in the living room, so I've got to do it in the kitchen at the minute. Otherwise, it will be on the computer, unfortunately. But when I do set up my lives in the next couple of weeks, once I get the clientele and people coming in, it will be going on once a week for an hour and a half. Yeah, it's good auditing Wales. Thanks, mate. High Independent Free Press, 1916. Hiya, mate. You all right? That was good yesterday. Bloody hot. Hopefully, you're still up for tomorrow. Yeah. There's something going on in London tomorrow. Because it's Freedom Day tomorrow, apparently, isn't it, guys? So there's going to be a lot of support down there for it. So hopefully, nothing goes wrong. How many people will be joining though? You are James Cricket, mate. How you doing? Good to see you. Freedom, independent, free press. Yes, mate. You know it, indeed. Definitely, mate. It'll be yeah, it'll be a good day. Be a good day. It's not going to be as hot as today and yesterday, but it's going to be hot. It's going to be cooler. Sorry. I think a bit of rain. I'm not too sure, but we'll be standing there, so it don't matter. So, what's everyone been up to? Yeah, I was going to say I'm doing my lives in the next couple of weeks, but like I was explaining to the others, it it's I'm having sorry guys, I'm on my phone, so it's a bit hard. I'm going to be on my computer in a couple of weeks to do a live, which will be good on mental health and addiction problems, phoning. So hopefully it'll be good. Hey, Dave Miner. Yo, Peg. Do you know what? I used to be called Peggy at school. Pretty bad, pretty embarrassing. But at least I was useful. Oh dear. Yeah, Mrs. Insects, it's not very pleasant. I've only been out to wash the car and that's it. So who would be interested in a live um, for mental health and addiction? If you can press one, I'll see how many people are interested, and then I'll do it. Yeah, we'll do. Indeed. Cheers, mate. Yeah, Indy's it up for it. Mrs. Insects. We need to bring this community together, guys. Susie and I. You know, just because there are a lot of people suffering out there for mental health and all kinds of things, especially since lockdown and everything else. Yeah, yeah, it is indeed. Not enough. There's not enough on this sort of platform for that kind of thing, especially when you're experienced and lived it yourself. You know, I was an addict, well, only on alcohol for about 20 odd years, and I got PTSD for an accident I had. But anyway, I'll tell you my story when I come about, sort of thing. But it's a shame that not more people come on my live at the moment. I'll have to once I'm sort of linked up and I've shared it a lot more than I should get. I want at least about 50 people, at least an arm touching someone. Been suffering for over 30 years, have you, Susie? Have you been diagnosed with anything, if you don't mind coming in and saying it? Everything in here is confidential anyway, guys, just to let you know. Oh, that's good then, indeed. So you'll be able to come in and give us your experiences and stuff at some point, you know, when I'm up and running. Yeah, it'd be good to see, mate. Because I heard your story yesterday, and you know, you've been through a lot as well. I think we all have as well, really, in our own way. You know, only 7 people in, not good. Mentoring course. Yeah, Susie and I, that's really bad. I do suffer with anxiety if I get enclosed um, with a lot of things, and also I do suffer with anger issues as well. That's why I'm on medication a lot of it because of it. Frustration, I suppose. But yeah, I feel for you. It's not good, but you hopefully you're getting it sort of under control. What's that, Mrs. Insects? I have typo. What is that, Mrs. Insects? I don't know why you don't work with people, Indy, on this kind of subject as well. You know, it'd be quite interesting what you know what you've been through as well. But yeah, I feel your pain, Susie. I'm still on it. I've been on, you know, just 22 years. So it's not nice, not nice and pleasant. I don't take. I don't know about you, but I don't listen to other people. I just do what I do. You know, like these lockdowns, I went out all the time. I didn't care. You know. Ash, hi mate. How you doing? No, Susie. Sometimes, mate, it's you know, try and do something that keeps you happy and busy. You know, try auditing. You know, doing some mental health places. Oh, that's good indeed. Yeah, good Ash. Cheers, mate. It's been bloody hot today. I've been saying. My sarcasm is not hate speech. No, that's all right, James. Yeah, so at least everyone's sort of well. Um, I know, Ash. Would you be up for it, Ash, for a mental health debate? Well, not a debate, sort of a helpline. I'm going to do a live in a couple of weeks. Yeah, it's 32 here, Ash, and that's in Hertfordshire. Place called St Albans, lovely place. Been here, I think. I moved here about 5 years ago. I lived in Hertford. I grew up in Ware in Hertfordshire, and I also, I was adopted and everything else. I was adopted in Luton, funny enough, and I ended up moving to St Albans, which is down the road from Luton, which is really weird. True sarcasm. What Boris doesn't realise, there are a million of us who reject their form. Yeah, yeah, you're right there, mate. You are very right. So, has anyone who's got a back garden out there sunbathing? Uh, Indy, are you? Are we still doing it tomorrow? Am I still coming to yours at 10 or quarter past or whatever tomorrow? I did text you earlier. No, no, sunbathing. No, it's a bit of a, it gets too hot. I think I can't sit still. I just have to get up and, you know, can't relax. Even when I go on holiday, it's I can't relax on the beach for too long. How sad is it that people like don't dare do stuff? Yeah, yeah, I know, Indy. Yeah, hometown, mate. It's really gone downhill. Yeah, some of the points just keep clean. Um, Sarcasm, just it's a nightmare at the moment. No one trusts anyone. Especially the government or the royal family and all that. You're always hearing news, but it never goes on the BBC or anything, does it? Just stays on these sort of platforms. Um, cool. I look forward to that, Indy. Um, yeah, so you've got Hancock, who the other hand goes and has an affair with you know one of his friends apparently, and everything else, and then someone's put a camera up to actually record it. Well done to them, I say. But it's like who was it? Boris and the other person. I can't remember what it was now. Oh yeah, Boris wasn't going to isolate tonight apparently. Today, sorry. Yeah, I know, sarcasm. Yeah, yeah. You've got a point there. We're all going to be fighting each other soon. It's going to be a nightmare. But hopefully, things start moving along from tomorrow. But I had a feeling when Brexit came, we were gonna that'd be it. You know, Brexit changed everything. I was hoping for the better, but obviously not. Now we're running low on HGV drivers. I've got HGV, but I'm not working for them. Not with that pay. I mean, I used to get loads of benefits. Now driving, you don't get anything. So this country is really going downhill. Yeah, but in a way, I agree with what sarcasm's saying. But the problem is, violence doesn't solve anything. You know, it just makes a war. And when there's a war, someone dies, and there's no point. You know, you're fighting a brick wall. You know, but yeah, there's 9 of you in here, so I'm quite happy. You know, hopefully I'll get a few more. I just have to share share my lives around, and you know, I've got 745 subs now, so I'm quite happy. So if any of you can sub, please sub to my channel, Pegasus Audits. Be much appreciated. Cheers, Ash. Yes, please. It's free to smash the likes. It's good to have you on board here, Ash. Brilliant, mate. Are you still up for the 20th of August, doing that 12-hour live in that prison? Because I'm up for it, mate. Just email me. Email me your number and we'll sort it out. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Cheers, Dee. Indy. Hang on a minute. You're still spelling me name wrong, Indy. Ash, if you got a pen, mate, it's Pegasus Audits at hotmail.com. That's my private one, obviously. I'm trying to do it, mate. But hang on. James Cricket. Is it working now, mate? Just trying to sort this so I can make Indy my mod. You bear with me. Sorry, guys, for that. Yeah, I can't do it, Indy. I don't know why, mate. Sorry, mate. I'm pressing on it, and all it's doing is, well, hang on, it just does that, and I've held on to it. Yeah, I know, Indy. I can't do it on YouTube because I have to get to 1,000 subs first before I can do it. I've tried. Um, yeah, I will do, Ash. I'll contact you after, mate. Cheers for that. Yeah, it's mad. I don't know what's happening to all the auditors and people getting everything else. Oh, hiya, Ian Sutherland. You all right, mate? Good to have you in here, mate. What you been up to? Yeah, so I'll have to look into that once I get it. India, I promise you, mate. If once I go live on YouTube, once I get to 1,000 subs, then I'll do it then, mate. No problem. I was thinking of that anyway. Oh, that's good, Ian. Kayaking, mate. I ain't done that for years. Sometimes my phone wants to work. Well, mind you, it didn't help when I cracked the screen, so that might be a problem. Yeah, so what's everyone doing tonight? Yeah, it is, Ian. Oh, mate, it's 32, isn't it? It's really, because you're not far from me. I was going to go to Dunstable Downs today, but it was too hot. Oh, okay. Yeah, mostly insects. Thanks, mate. Yeah, cheers for that. So, how are you mostly insects anyway? All right? Cool. When are you going out next, auditing, mate? You meeting up with anyone? Yeah, you're all right, Rach. It's mad, isn't it? She's in one room, I'm in another, and yeah, good, good. Mostly, just a question, mate. Do you suffer from any mental health or anything like that? Because I'm doing a live in a couple of weeks for that about it. Okay, mate, that'll be cool. Probably see half my face, to be honest. Yeah, I thought that was your girlfriend, mostly. We got 11. Yeah, I suffer the same, mostly insects. That's why I try and do this if I can. It sort of helps. It's like a good, you know, it's a good counselling session, I think. I was hoping to get deanology in here today as well. That's good, Cole. It does help. Yeah, I think it helps. I've had so many counselling sessions over the years, and none of them are really worked. The only thing that works is me working hard at it, and keeping busy. Yeah, blimey, you are lucky, Mosley. Christ, might train my partner up to be a doctor. You know what I mean? She can check my pulse anytime. Oh, bless! Look at that. Brought a little bit of romance into the room. Do you know? Do you know? Come on, James. Is Indy still in the room? Hopefully. Oh, look, let me get this up. So sweet, Mosley. Can you see it, Mrs. Insects? So when is anyone going to London tomorrow for the Freedom Day? It's me, Independent Free Press 1916, and Deanology. Us three are going down there tomorrow. I'm going to try and go live down there as well, as same as Independent Free Press. So we've got a couple of cameras rolling for tomorrow. Starts at 11. Probably finish around about 5, I'd imagine. As long as it don't get out of control. That's true. It's down. Mostly, it's down at Westminster. It's going to be a. It's not a. It's going to be a peaceful protest anyway. So I don't usually advertise protests and stuff, but this will be my first one I'm going to anyway. So I'm quite looking forward to it. No, you live too far. Why can't you go to London, Ash? You don't live in Somerset. Look at Tyrant Finder. He travels all the way from Bristol. I'm hoping to meet him tomorrow. I'm hoping. Really good guy. You'll be watching, Ash. Yeah, I bet you will, mate. Just hope none of us end up in handcuffs. No, it should be all right. Me and Indy and Deanology will probably be spread about. I'll have my tripod and everything else, and so will Indy and that. So shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, that'll be cool. Mostly, definitely, mate. That'll be. Yeah, you're welcome. But where do you live anyway? Mostly, if you don't live too far from me, mate, I can pick you up. And I'm driving down there anyway, and then we'll get the tube into Westminster. Next to Heathrow. Trying to think. Hang on. Would you be able to get a bus up to St Albans mostly, and I can take you from there, and then I can drop you off there afterwards? Email me, mate. That's the best thing to do. It's pegasusaudits@hotmail.com. Oh, we've got Anne Marie in the room. How you doing, Anne Marie? I was hoping to see you. How are you? Had a good day? Yeah, don't forget to like, guys. Just helps my channel. We were at 16, now we're at 10. Am I doing well? I'm probably waffling on about nothing, but it's just why, until I get my stuff sorted. That's fine, mostly. You're welcome, mate. But anytime, um, it'll be good. But if you email me anyway, I'll give you my number or get it off of Gypsy, and we can. Well, I can pick you up somewhere near or tell you where we are or whatever. I don't mind. I'm easy, mate. So yeah, but yeah, no, it'd be really interesting. I don't know how many guys said yesterday it's going to be around just over probably 150,000 people going. So we'll see. Indy knew him anyway. I didn't know him. Very funny, James. You're on one today, mate, aren't you? Yeah, I know, Anne Marie. It's really bad. Yeah, Anne Marie, I was going to ask you actually when I start my lives in a couple of weeks about mental health and that, Independent Free Press 1916 and you, would you be able become a mods if possible? Because yeah, I like your modding, Anne Marie and James. Oh, thank you, mostly insects, for sharing that for me. Really appreciate it. Really do. I'm going to get to, well, I need to get to 1,000 subs before I can start my proper YouTube lives, which will be a lot easier. And we'll have a phone in and stuff. Yeah, cheers, mostly. I saw that. It came up on my phone. Is she? Okay, then that's four. There'll be four then. Yeah, Marie's brilliant. If Anne Marie says yes, then I'll be happy as well. What's that, Rachel? Oh, that'll be nice. Well, you're going to get the whip out. Give me a slap on the edge or what cheek? Oh, that's brilliant. That's brilliant, Anne Marie. Thank you. Yeah, no, you're a brilliant mod, and you share my stuff and all that as well, and it's brilliant. And so does Mostly as well now, and Mrs. Insects, Anne Marie, Indy, and James Cricket can be my mods if that's okay, guys. Yeah, but it takes time. You see, when you think of things to say, we don't have anything written down to say things like news reporters. So you've got to think in your head what to talk about. So in a couple of weeks when I do it, it'll be proper. Hi, Spiky Mike. How are you, mate? Happy Sunday, yeah. Bloody hot Sunday, that's for sure. Well done, yeah. That's fine, Mr. Insect. What's that, Marie? No, it won't be for a couple of weeks. Oh, right, okay. Is it? Is that better? Do you think then? Mostly. Work your magic, James. Much appreciated. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I have looked at that. I prefer that. But if I go live, when I go live on YouTube, I'm going to. I want like split screen. Like no, not split screen. That's Streamyard. Sorry. The when you go on YouTube, you can have a phone in, so it looks better. It's a lot better, to be honest. Yeah, I might. I don't know what. Yeah, I might stick to Streamyard, to be honest. Yeah, it's probably guests are better than phone-ins, really, isn't it? So you can see each other, hopefully. Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, yeah, I'll do that then. It's a bit silly you can't have a cigarette while you're doing it though, because you get bad reports or something, don't you? Good, Amory. Yeah, it will be, mate. It will be. It really will be. Um, but yeah, no, you can talk about anything you want. Um, you know, you can talk about anything as long as it's not about violence, anything like that. We just, I'm trying to help people really. I can't make work magic, but I don't mind help. If people live near me and stuff, I'll go and go up and meet them and speak to them. You know. Okay, mostly. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, if no one minds me smoking, but if we're doing like an hour and a half, 2 hours, it's going to be quite a struggle with non-smoking. I don't drink anymore, so that's fine by me. You know, that's the whole point. About the addiction and mental health and everything else. But anyone who has mental illness will know it's not a very nice thing at all. Yeah. Does anyone does anyone have any questions? You'd like to ask on the next lives? What really means things for to you? What you want to achieve, what goals you want to go for. Yeah, we do. But the problem is, Miss Insects, is when you've got mental health, some people can go out and talk about it, but other people keep it hidden, and they're the ones that I want to help. Very true, Anne-Marie. Yeah, that's cool then. Mostly, are you auditing the Albion? I'd say, uh, I'd say pancakes. What would everyone else say? Pancakes or waffles? My partner says waffles. I say pancakes. Thanks, Mrs. Insects. I'll just, I work from the heart, and because I've lived it, it helps when the problem is when you go to these services, you, they talk to you, but they don't really give you the cement. You just sit there talking about all your problems, and they don't give you anything else. There's a big problem, and especially in the addiction side of things. When you go like to places like CGL, Spectrum, and everything like that, they're just they just throw drugs at you to stop you drinking, all this kind of stuff, and it's not very nice. But the counsellors at these sort of places haven't even suffered. Um, they've never had a drink. They've never smoked any weed. They've never smoked, or done heroin. They don't. They're textbook. And this is the problem. You need people who are real to what you believe in. You know. I know auditing the Albion. Sorry. Yep, it's true. It's textbook, mate. All day long, and it's not very nice for the client. Because what you're saying to them, they don't even live it. They just get paid. It flows that acid. Yeah, keep it cool in here though, guys. Auditing the Albion. I mean, yeah. I've to be honest, mostly. I've done all that. I've been a service user. I've worked in the actual place, going around different meetings, trying to get certain drugs to be banned and everything else, and alcohol, different ways of doing things. You know, and I was working for CGL Spectrum for about 3.5 years. Got all my training and everything else in there. I loved it, and people loved me, but you don't get treated very nice, you know. So yeah, mostly, if you want to go and do it, mate, do it. But it's not what you think it is. I'll leave it at that. But good luck with it, mate. Yeah, thanks, Miss Insects. Yeah, so that's you know, it's quite annoying, as Miss Insects would know. You know, it's she knows the line of what people are going through, and you know, well done, mostly. Nice one, mate. Yeah, well done. 12 years. It's long, mate. Mine's not that long. I can get you that. Sorry, mate. I'm just trying to put your, you know, you know. Yeah. So yeah, well done to you, mostly. Well done to you, mate. Um, you know, 4 years. How are you feeling now from it? Do you think? Do you still get a lot of cravings, or they just died off? Well done, auditing the Albion. Albion. Oh, I'm getting it wrong today. It's yeah. So well done to you, mate. I've seen people die of overdose, heroin overdoses, crack overdose, you name it. And I've seen people die of alcohol as well, only at 18 years old. Um, Pure yellow, everything's given up because their parents abandoned them. You know, it was like a divorce, I think it was, and she just went mad and drank vodka. Took 2 years for her to die. Yeah, mostly I get quite bad cravings for alcohol. Um, I do when it's days like this. I do, but then I think what I could lose if I actually opened another can. You know, I've got my family, I've got my girlfriend. I couldn't lose them. You know, they've been by my side from day one. They've picked me up every time. You know, yeah, mostly it's a bit. I had CPR done on me, but that was due to an overdose with alcohol and everything else. Yeah, it wasn't good, mate. And I'm only 44, you know, and it's shocking. Only you could turn your life around, eh? Vipsana. Don't know. It's the right spelling. What's all that about, mate? Yep, it will, James. A&E, I've been to A&E probably around about 20,000 times. You know, I've got bad pancreatitis now. My pancreatitis has shrunk, and bits have fallen off. Um, and I can't, you know, I do get bad pain, chronic pain, because pancreas is like the engine of a car. You know, it keeps everything going. You know, and if that goes, bye. You know, that's it. So I've been told if I do it again, if I drink just one more now, it'll kill me. So I best not. Eh? I've lost my kids through drink. Well, baby. I was in. They That'll be another story anyway. I've said it on one of my audits about social services and that it was quite disgusting. But this will all come up in certain lives. Yeah, I know what you mean, mate. That's what I wanted. I didn't want to wake up. You're lucky, Anne Marie. Problem is, people like myself lose out on that kind of thing. I mean, I've got a son who's 23. He lives in Southampton, where his mum moved. So I haven't seen him. We both fell out and sort of went our opposite, other direct. He went that way, I went that way, But it's the way it is. There's no regrets. Thanks, Miss Insects. I'd like to see all you people, but I can't. Shame that. Well, I could if you wanted to join me. No, James. What the? What was it? No, that's still up, mate. That's still there. I will have a look, but I haven't deleted. I haven't deleted anything, unless it might be in. No, because you're a subscriber, so I don't know. It might be. I might have to re-download it again. I don't know. But apart from that, is everyone doing well? Thought I'd have a few more people in today, but you know, never mind. I finally did it. I finally come on, like James says. Big up James, eh? James Cricket. Oh, the life story. What, the county council social services? That's still up there. Yeah, okay, mate. That's not a problem. Exactly, Anne Marie. That's exactly what I'm going to tell people, and people aren't silly. Not as people who drink just for the sake of it, or because they're bored and everything else. But drinking is an illness, and there's nothing you can do. Um, I can't really, it's a hard one for me myself. So like I said, I won't talk about much of it now, but I will. I will do it. Um, I will do it on my lives in a couple of weeks. I promise. But yeah, we will get to these subjects. What's that, James? The whole shebang. Yes, but yeah, but yeah. So who's got work tomorrow and who hasn't? Did anyone lose their jobs or anything, or made redundant through lockdowns and stuff? I lost a lot of work, but that's just that's just the way that life has become. I suppose it's a scary time. It's a real scary time. Hi, Eric Shun. Work, yeah, I know. Good. At least you got your job. Not a lot of people have. There's so many job collapses, like shops, supermarkets. They're just going because they're making way for these Aldis, Lidls. Mind you, I always shop in Aldi, so hopefully that stays. Aldi, I never shop in Tesco's anymore anyway because the prices are ridiculous. You go in Aldi, you can get like a £40 shop and it cost 80 in Tesco's. Hope you're all right, Eric. Thanks for joining, mate. No, you can't beat Aldi. Um, and I don't understand where every time we go through these pandemics or pandemic, should I say, people people always bring up families who can't afford food and everything else, and the government again. Look, we've got to pay out of our tax for these sort of things that the government is, sending out food parcels. You go to Aldi, it's well cheap. Anyone can afford that. Well, unless you're homeless, unfortunately. But people like that. Cheers, Eric. Yeah. Um, yeah. I'm not too sure what video you mean though, James. Because I think it might have been the social services one. What was 38 minutes long. I'm not too sure. I'll have to look at that. Yeah, Marie. Yeah, Tesco's is a rip-off. Absolute rip-off. Yeah, to be honest, I told a little bit of a lie. But when I go to Tesco's, I don't shop, but I just get tobacco from there. That's all I do because it's cheaper. But the food, no. What was that? Auditing the Albion? That wasn't me. It wasn't me. We got a Rastafarian. It wasn't me. How about that one? Just made my girlfriend laugh now. Not very chatty in this room, are you guys? Come on. Right. Do you think I can make it an hour without, any arguments? Your mate's taking the mic again. Or Mick? What? Who's that? Oh, James Cricket's son. Where's Daddy? Oh, dear. Brilliant. Where's Daddy? Taking the piston cog. What are you going on about? How long have you been on YouTube, Pegasus? I've been on YouTube since last February 2020, before the first lockdown. Well, actually, it was the first lockdown. So I audited the Mount Prison in Hemel Hempstead, which is near me in Hertfordshire. Yeah, I did that in lockdown, so that was quite fun. That was my first audit, actually. I had about 8 subscribers for quite some time until this year. I met up with Live Free, Live Free and Gypsy Auditor UK, because Live Free, I've always wanted to meet, because obviously I was a big fan back then. But I found my other favourites now, so I've been doing quite a few things with other people, and I was out yesterday with Deanology and Independent Free Press 1916. It was the rugby final at Wembley Stadium, so that was good. Exactly, Anne Marie. You don't want to pay too much. I tell you what, a couple of months ago, it was £12 for a packet. What was it? 30 grams of sterling, and you go to Morrison's, and they're like near enough 15. It's like, what are you doing? Just shows that they're doing it for all the money, for profit. Danny's all right. Missing sex, yeah, he's all right. He needs to. The only thing I will say to Danny is not to eat while he's doing a live, like a dinner or breakfast and things like that, because it's doesn't really send a good impression, does it? But apart from that, he's he's all right. I've worked with him once, so I got to know his personality as well, and also Chris from Live Free. But I'll tell you what, Chris from Live Free, he's he's got a lot of energy. He's got a lot of energy. I couldn't keep up with him on some of them. Oh, that's a shame, Alderton. The Albion. Yeah. Yeah, it was good, mate. There weren't as many people down there as there was for the England football. I didn't go. I just watched it on TV. I didn't want to go and watch the football at Wembley because I didn't want to kick in or anything. You know, a proper fight or ending the cells and. Oh yeah, I know Anne-Marie. How old are you, Anne-Marie? Mind me asking? Because if that was £3.95 for the taxis, that is ridiculous. I remember when six cost £3.95 for 20. Yeah, you must be around near enough my age because that was around the same as me. Remember them 10 boxes, the 10 B? I used to smoke the 10 B and H, and they only cost me about 175. Mad, isn't it? Blimey, yeah, Lambert and Butler. I found out what they that weren't very good for your lungs. That one, I always remember that. That's the problem. Because in there was certain cigarettes. There was what was it? Lambert and Butler. They used to put anything in there, and there was one as well that weren't very good, and you used to cough up your lungs every time. Yeah, B and H was the only tobacco that was the real one because that's what they were costing a bit more. Oh, so you're only 37? Yeah, well, I'm 44, going on to 300. Yeah, yeah, that was the same as me, James. When I was at school, how old are you, James? Anyway, mind me asking again, mate. JP, that's it, JPS Black. They weren't very good. I always coughed my lungs up with them. Yeah, yeah. Same with me. I try and stay with the same brand if I can. If I'm smoking Sterling and then I swap to Amber Leaf, oh, I'm coughing all night. Oh, James, you're 40 odd. Blimey, I thought you were younger than that. The way you carry on sometimes, mate. No, I was just joking, mate. Same, same thing. So who's older than me then? Anyone older than me? What? James Cricket's son. How old am I, Dad? You forgot Christmas again. James Cricket. Who is this? James Cricket's son. Is that you as well? Oh, Miss Insects, 37. Son, it's been too long. You're 25. What you like, James, eh? Oh, so you're a troll as well, are we? Oh, Arthur. Oh, Arthur Taylor. Yeah, he's older than me. I want to meet Arthur Taylor, but sometimes he can be a bit strange. No, I'm 22. James Cricket's son. No, James Cricket's doing it. I mean, James, are you being too? Are you? Oh, yeah. My calendar is wonky. See, that's the cigarettes for you. You don't want to smoke. Hmm? My calendar is wonky. James Cricket's son, so are my legs. Have you had a few drinks, have we, James? Come on, share and caring. No drinking, no. James Cricket's son and two left feet. This is like a comedy club now, isn't it? Come on, James. Where's your daughter? See if his daughter comes in, see if he does it. Yeah, Gypsy Auditor UK said he was going to come in, but he didn't. He texted me saying that he couldn't get on or something. I don't know why. Is Ash gone? Has Ash disappeared? Has he? Oh no, it's all right, Anne Marie. I'm fine. It's just hot, very hot, and yeah, no, it's just Sunday chilling really. I'm really good, thanks, and I hope you're well too. But Anne Marie, no, I'll have you in my head anyway for when I do the lives so you can become my mod. Same as Miss Insects and James Cricket. I can't think of the other one. Yeah, so I'll yeah, just remind me when I go back on. But I'll try and remember. I'll write it down so I know, and then once I'm on my computer, it'll be easier for me to do it. You've only got so many options on a phone when you're doing this. Yeah, we are melting. I live in a flat with no garden, unfortunately. Top floor. So yeah, it's a bit of a problem. Can't open the windows wide because of the two cats. I've got a dragon as well. Um, he's in his viv all the time. So anyone got pets or what's their favourite animal? How high Pegasus? What's do you mean by that, James? Yeah, I will do, Anne Marie. Oh, your buzz text, bald belly. Hello, mate. Welcome, welcome. You want a lizard? It's insects. There's plenty out in the woods. Oh no, like one of mine. Yeah, I know what you mean. Um, yeah, you can get them anyway. Just make sure you get it from like I don't know, any sort of pet shops and stuff. I mean, I got mine when he was a baby from Vets for Pets. No, Pets. What is it called? Pets at Home. That's it. Pets at Home. So I got him from there about 5 years ago. They only last till they're about 12. Oh, my flat, James. How high? Well, I'm second floor. I wouldn't want to jump out anyway. I'm not ready for that yet. Where do you guys have houses, flats, tents? Give me some suggestions, guys. What do you want? What do you want to talk about or discuss? It's a bit slow. This is uh, dogs are better people than people. Yeah, I agree as well, auditing. Definitely. Even cats are better than people, and that's saying something. I do. You know, from these last 18 months, people have turned into absolute, idiots. Yeah, you can buy. I bought a book, but it's quite easy. If you get one, Miss Insects, just email me, and I'll send you over what you need to do. It's not that hard, to be honest. The only hardest things are the temperatures in the Viv, and also um, like sand, the right food. They love kale, crickets, and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Do you know what? The hardest thing was is building a blooming thing, and they can be quite expensive. But don't if you because I got my Viv off Amazon for 60 quid. But when I first bought him at Vets, what was it? Pets at Home. I bought this like the first kit, the first timer kit, and all the lighting and everything else in with it, and it came to 225 quid with the dragon as well. So that weren't bad. It was quite cheap. But if you go on Amazon, when he gets a bit bigger, they get to a size, and then you got to go up one, which is the long Viv. But I'll show you on my next live. No, you're welcome, Mrs. Insects. Yeah, no, there's no common sense at all in this day and age. I tell you, Anne Marie, you're very right there. Absolutely correct. But if you want to see my dragon, I can show him. Who wants to see my dragon? Hi, Billy Bong. Welcome, mate. I'll show you my dragon. He's quite a big boy now. Uh, Here he is. Here's my little boy or big boy. Uh, Look at that. Look. Hello. Hello. See that? Nice. His name's Bernie. He's real. He's peeling. Look. He's peeling. Yeah. So that's my dragon, Bernie. He's peeling at the minute under his belly, so he's not very happy. Thanks, Mr. Insects. The thing is, I mean, we've had him, like I say, 5 years. Um, and to be honest, because people don't know how to look after him properly, they tend to they go a funny colour. They go like a grey colour, and then they die very young because people don't know how to do it. But once you get the hang of it, be fine. But as long as his temperature is correct, because that's the worst thing you can do is put it on either too high or too low, and you have to have a heat mat as well, and you have to have the heat light lamp come on every so often because they get cold, and if they get cold, they die because they're from where is it? Africa? No, Australia. They're from Australia. Here's my cat. Look. Hello. Hello, hello. Look, hello. Look, that's my baby. It's my baby, guys. Her name's Bonnie. I've had her since she was born. Yeah, cool, Miss Insects. Yeah, no, there's nothing. Mostly would know anyway. You probably know what to do anyway. But anyway, but like I said, my email address is pegasusaudits@hotmail.com. Email me over details, well, whatever you want to know, and I'll tell you. I'll be glad. I'll be happy to. Thanks, Anne-Marie. There's my second cat. She's younger. She's younger though. Look, she's 2 years old. But yeah, she's beautiful. Hello, everyone. Look. Hello. Hello. Look. Right, yeah. So that's my family. To be honest, I'd say animals are probably better than kids. I would definitely say that because they do what you ask. Oh, come on. Is it? Oh, good. Yeah, get in contact with me that way, and obviously mostly can email as well about meeting up tomorrow. Hopefully, are you going to come along, Miss Insects? Or are you working? Oh, do you, Anne-Marie? Why don't you get a cat? That's good for mental health as well, and depression and everything else. They're a calm in nature. There's a guy under me. He's pretty bad. He keeps saying we've been having problems with him for about 4 years, and he always slags my missus off, calling it she's got mental health and all this. He really hates people with mental health. So I've had the police up a few times because of his music, and he gets away with it. Do you know why? Because he's black. But I'm going to do another story on that. I'm going to get it around the community about him because the council don't do anything. Council are useless. Oh, okay, yeah, fair enough, Anne-Marie. Yeah, didn't think of that, to be honest. Yeah, it's probably best not to. Once they're older, you can. Oh, okay. What's wrong, Miss Insects? You hope it's not nothing serious. Yeah, animals are a lot better than humans. Humans are nasty creatures if you think about it, because we're all supposed to show each other love, but we don't. We just go around trying to bully each other. It's yeah, it's a non-end. I mean, we're all the same. It's like this BLM thing, isn't it? That was a load of rubbish because all it was representing was violence. Okay, Miss Insects, brilliant. Thank you. Look forward to it. Yeah, so this is the problem we have. I mean, anyone who lives in a council place, I wouldn't recommend it. I've been in council places because I've never been able to afford about £70,000 for a deposit for a house, and then having to work and sweat the whole time to pay it off. And when you paid it off, you die. So I don't see the point. It's the world we live in. Me and my partner are even looking last week at moving to Australia because it's such a better life out there. They're a bit stricter at the minute because of the governor, but that'll all go. I mean, I'm not. We're not going to move over there for a couple of years, but I'd love to. Yeah, that's true, Billy Bong. Very true, mate. Yeah. Well, look at me, Billy Bong. I'm white. I got a place, but when I first got my council place, I was 17, and that was in where? and I lived there 12 years and then moved to Hartford. But I got my first council house because I had to make up because me and my partner split up, and obviously, so I had to move out. So I had to get a flat of myself, and it took about 15 months. So I had to move back into my parents for 15 months. My brother and his fiance was living there at the time, waiting to go to France, and then I I had to overcrowd the spare room of my parents, and then put a sleeping bag and all that on the sofa to even get a flat. So I had to use some tricks back then, and that was years ago. Yeah, but don't think it. Well, it looks like it now. Do you know what? If I was looking for a council house now, I wouldn't have a chance because there's too many Indians and Africans and God knows what else coming over, and they're all in Luton at the minute. But it's going to be one of them stories that there's going to be no white person left soon, not unless we all stand together. Oh, you were homeless, was you? All the in the Albion. Well, do you know what the funny thing is? Me, Indy, and Deanology are going to do something with the homeless around London soon, so that'll be good. Yeah, that's true, James. Hi, Spunkfish. How you doing, mate? All right. Welcome anyway, mate. Welcome. Yeah, it is. Anne-Marie, to be honest, you hit the nail on the head there. The government, a couple of years ago, they said, "Oh, we want to build all these social housing and put loads of money into it and everything else." And then when they've done it, they do help to buy. And help to buy is such a rip-off. Help to buy, there's no such thing as help to buy. Only off your mum and dad or anything like that. But I would never do that. Yeah, there's a lot of migrants here, mate. I do want to go to Dover and do a few stories on the immigrants. To be honest, because at the minute, I mean, you see all these foreign people driving around. They don't know what they're doing. They're well dangerous. Yeah, true, Spunkfish. Yeah, that's the problem with this country. You see, this country's always been for the money. Because you think about it, the amount of council houses they give out or did give out, they sell them. Margaret Thatcher, silly cow, she decided to do what was it? Buy what was it? You buy off the council, didn't you, halfway through, and but you still don't own your property. And not only that, if every council person bought their own property, there'll be nothing left for anyone else. So it's a bit silly, really. Yeah, I know, but you got to make it what it is, don't you? I mean, I make it. I make. I've got a nice home, very well decorated from what I do. Um, I've always kept my places nice. Unfortunately, at the minute I'm in the kitchen, but hey ho. Um, but yeah, it's just and not only that, when you're in a council or a housing association, that's who I'm with, housing association, not council, sorry. But the housing association, it's crazy. It really is because they don't vet anyone who comes in, and that's why we get drug dealers, druggies, and everything else. Clogging up the system. It's absolute crazy. Exactly, auditing. Thatcher caused all these problems. She was called the Iron Lady for a reason. 'Do. 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 Yeah, that's true. Ian Southern. Yeah, no, that's definite. Yeah, I'm looking in. Do you know what? I'm doing a lot of research on things and doing, being in the auditing business. Hang on, excuse us, guys. Yeah, to do, with the auditing. When I started auditing, it gave me a lot more confidence. And you get a lot of help in this, in this sort of community. If any of the auditors get into any problems, then obviously they call on their, buddies and stuff, which I do. You know, but that's what we need to do. We need to all pull together. So, everyone stop slagging everyone else off, and pull into a nice community from what should be. There's nothing wrong with it. Hi, your visual culture channel. How you doing, mate? All right. Welcome, welcome. But yeah, if this is what needs to, you know, we need to just all pull together, have a voice, and keep doing what you're doing. Audit the police. Oh, as long as you don't. Oh, I'm not one of them people who like to shove a camera in a police officer's face like Liv Free did. And all this. I can't do that because I don't want to end up in a cell because of this. So basically, I, I'll just audit what I need to audit and tell a story if there is one. So yeah, I think there is a lot of problems nowadays. I don't think at the moment there's so many auditors coming through, so many auditors, and there's so many things we need to be doing and publishing and everything else. Like the council who are corrupt, housing associations that are corrupt. I mean, I've got a living room floor that's sinking. And I've told them, and they said I had a floating floor, which I've never heard of, but never mind. So, there's a lot of companies trying to get away with things to keep money. And you got idiots who live near me who, just push the extreme. But councils don't want to do anything. So we have to do it ourselves. And unfortunately, this is what I'm going to have to do. But we'll get there, guys. We'll get there. Now, James, housing associations are supposed to be better. But the problem is the rent is good. Don't get me wrong, it's really cheap. Council tax is not, 'cause it's in St Albans. Um, and they also put vulnerable people, with horrible people. Do you know what I mean? So no, they're not. Councils aren't, because as soon as you get put in a council home, you're put in with all the druggies and everything else. This is what you need to, we need to prevent. Wake up the councils, wake up they're getting sued left, right, and centre. Yeah, I know, Anne-Marie. Yeah, it's a joke, isn't it? Yep, they certainly do. Bunkfish, that was good. Yeah, very true, Spunkfish. Um, but it's going to take a long, long time. I mean, to be honest, I don't want to. I don't want to work and pay for the government. Pay more money into the government like I have done since I left school. Why would I? Oh, there you go. I'll pay the taxes for you to, try and end my life or whatever. I couldn't believe, right? Talking about vulnerable people, changing the subject a bit, right? You go to, I don't know, like, I can't remember what I was going to say now. Yeah, certain services like, oh, it's messed up. I'm trying to read this as well. That's why I'm probably not thinking. Yeah, yeah, James. Yeah, I know. I mean, there's a guy downstairs. He don't care about no one. He puts music on all the time, puts it loud so we can hear it. But as soon as we do like a vacuuming or something in about 11 o'clock in the morning, he bangs up. He's not right in the head, you know. So this is why I need to get him out, you know. And if I can get a few auditors from up north or anything like that to come down, that'd be great. But we need to help people like certain people, you know. But that's the problem we live with. Yeah, that's the problem, James. Yeah, but he won't because he's black. They don't want to do anything. Yeah, I know, Amber. It's disgusting. It really is. I had to be on PIP. I had to be on PIP and ESA when I was struggling, obviously with my alcohol addiction. I couldn't work. I was a mess. I was a wreck. I lost my job because of it. Been through quite hard stuff, you know. I'm still trying to, I haven't had a fight for a long, long time because I don't want to get in trouble. I ain't been in trouble for 12 years, you know. So I don't want to start going down that road. As I say, I'm the better one. So, but I've written to the MP. The MP's written to my housing association. Nothing. I know, James. Yeah, but I've had him auditing. I've had this guy have his music on till 4 or 5 in the morning. You know, 4 or 5 in the morning. Got the police round, and he shouts up to my missus, "Oh, oi, shut up, you mental whatever," you know. So this bloke needs to be taught a lesson, and it will happen because not everyone likes him. Every black person's his cousin. What does that tell you? But you get people like that with no personality. But the problem is, he worked at Lister Hospital. You know, he said to me that he was a mental worker. Well, I thought, well, he's mental. Yeah, that's right. But he was jumping up and down outside, shouting at my missus, made her cry. He spat in her face before. And the police. He turned around to the police and said, "Oh, she called him a black cunt," and it was like, "No, she didn't," because I was listening. But this is all after BLM. But all we can say, guys, is I'm not racist. But I'll tell you what, he's starting to make me racist. You know, because I've been putting up with it for 5.5 years now, or 5 years, sorry. I mean, he cheats on his girlfriend all the time. She's a nice lady as well, but she looks run down. I think he's one of these blokes who likes control. But we'll get there. We'll get there. We're strong, us, aren't we? So, got to teach these muppets a lesson. That's what we got to do. If the police won't do it, then we will have to do it. And he thinks I'm joking. But I'm not one of them but people push too far sometimes. And it's one of them, but never mind. As long as everyone's having a good day, had a good day, should I say, and a good evening now. Hope no one drinks too much, because don't forget, drinking is poison. Yeah, yeah, I agree with that auditing. Brilliant. I would definitely. Yeah, then I would think, yeah, I'll put that up actually. Yeah, very true. Got a point there. Got a good point. Yeah, it is Amory. We've lived in this for a long, long time, and it's not getting better. But he only stays it like comes back every weekend and then starts a nuisance. Sleeps with 15-year-olds, and then that's fine. And then someone else could have that flat. That's what's disgusting. People take the mick out of it. He's 50 odd, and he acts like a 15-year-old. Yeah, oh yeah, spunkfish. Yeah, that's what I mean, mate. It's in moderation. It's all right in moderation, but when you go over the top, it's not very good. But a lot of people abuse alcohol. I think the certain deaths in this country, well, a lot of deaths, thousands and millions of deaths a year are caused by alcohol, as we all know. But it just doesn't kill the person downstairs, does it? You know, no, you don't. But he always uses his race. You know, yeah, it just makes people think differently, doesn't it? I think the government should put higher taxes on alcohol, a lot of higher taxes. They were going to do that with cider. There's a lot of alcoholics who drink cider. There's no, there's no apple. It's never seen an apple. So I don't know why they don't. It's called gut rot. So I don't know why they don't ban it. It's the homeless people I feel sorry for. Yeah, no, that's right, Marie. No problem. Vodka is an evil drink. Evil drink, really is. Every time if I have vodka, I feel like I'm a super person. But it does certain things to your head. It's not a very good drink. But if you enjoy it and you do it in moderation, that's fine. No, it hasn't. No, horrible stuff. Cheap and horrible. Yeah, I'm quite happy not drinking now because I just don't see the point in it. Brings out the worst in me, should I say? Drink does that with everyone. What supermarkets need to realise is stop advertising all the time. You go into you go into Tesco's, you look at the back, full, full of alcohol everywhere. Yeah, tenner for 12. 12. I don't know how much it is now. I don't know. How much would it be now for a 24 box of Foster's, let's say, or Stella? About 20 quid, maybe. It's cheaper than the pub, I know, but they're playing with people's lives. Yeah, I know, Anne-Marie. Keep drinking water. Doesn't hurt. Very good for you. Do you know what? I nearly drowned when I was drinking water. When I drank so much water when I went to Spain, I like a couple of years ago, I nearly choked on it. I drank about 6 pints, and I asked the doctor, and he said, "Yeah, well, it does that. You can drown." It's quite scary, really. Anyone else got any questions or anything? If not, we can leave it to my lives in a couple of weeks. But again, like I said, it will be on my computer, so it's a lot better. And I can have people enter the room. I think that's a good idea, actually. I'll do that. Like mostly insects told me, go on StreamYards like I am now, and then you can invite people on. So yeah, I'll do that. No, I don't think Anne-Marie. Yeah, at least you know as well. But yeah, it can be quite lethal. Yeah, no, you don't want to be doing that all the time, Christ. Not Wormwood Scrubs or Wandsworth. It's not a good idea, is it? I'll have to think of that one. I'll probably end up in Wood Hill. That's where I went a couple of times, been a couple of times. So it's not a bad prison, actually, Wood Hill. I was in there when Bronson was as well. He was in there before he went to Wakefield. But I know he's back to Wood Hill again. But I hope that bloke gets released. But Wood Hill prisons, category A, all male. It was a lot more stricter than most prisons. But I didn't mind it. I felt like it was good. It was all right. I didn't have any issues. I mean, there were certain people who try and bully you, but you tell them where to go, and they do. They sort of jog on. Oh, okay, Anne-Marie. Sort it out anyway, and you'll see your nice blue spanner next year. Yeah, I got what you mean, Anne-Marie. Oh yeah, yeah. I haven't been to that one yet. To audit, I mean. Yeah, I didn't know it was. Well, so they've just. Is it just turned to an ACAT or something, or what? Because I mean, my jail, Wood Hill, was a double ACAT. Ian Huntley's been there in Wood Hill. I met. It was funny because I met a gangster. It was like a mafia lot. Um, I was on. Where was I? I was B wing. So I was down there eating my breakfast, and I saw this older guy, he's about in his 60s. He came over to the payphone, the pin phone thing, and basically he was ringing his bookie, and I was like, "Why you? I didn't think you were allowed to do that, right?" And he was a rich person, and his son was down there as well. And I thought, "Why are they in here for?" And they killed two of their clients or whatever, but he owned three or more bookies or something. But they were making millions, even being in there. I couldn't believe it. He won. He put down £250,000 on a couple of things I was overhearing, and then he won, what was it, half a mil back? And it was like, Christ, the son got released. He got released in the end, but he ended up getting 37 years. But imagine that. High Visual Culture channel. I only did, lucky enough, I only did a couple of months in Woodhill because they had this CSA. No, what was it called? It's temporary license thing. So I managed to get onto that because what I was in for, it was silly. It was only disqualified driving. Crazy. But they wanted to make a mockery of me, so it didn't work. That was in 96, 1996. Prison had only been open 4 years. It was opened in 91. And and then I went back in 2009. Uh, that was for violence. Oh, okay, I audited. I understand. Yeah, no, it's an experience to go to prison. It is an experience. Because anyone who says, oh, that, you know, when they go to prison, oh, I didn't get worried and all that, I wasn't scared. Rubbish. You know, everyone gets scared when they go to prison. You know, it's a different kettle of fish. The laws change when you go in prison, and it's mostly the inmates who make the laws. But I tell you what, Woodhill Prison has the best food. Best food. Lovely it was. We had a power cut once, and they were going to ask. They wanted to order loads from McDonald's, which was just down the road, but they tried, but they couldn't do it. So they had to get loads of rolls and all that delivered with ham and stuff, and we had that. But it was really nice food. And you could smoke in there then, but you can't smoke there now. That's why I don't want to go back. I went to Stoke Heath first. Oh, did you, Alderton? What was that like? What was that like? Really? Yeah. My mate went Alderton. My mate Russell went to Shrewsbury. I met him in Woodhill in 2009, and he he was an alcoholic as well, but he kept going to the wrong place. But he went to Woodhill, and I left about 2 weeks before he was due to be released. And they shipped him out 2 days before I got him early release. He went to Shrewsbury. They did it on purpose. Thing is, if you annoy one prison officer or the governor, you'll go wherever they send you. Not good. I don't know if anyone has seen the Crime Channel. Um, It's a crime channel. Oh, what is it called? It's on of an evening, about 11 o'clock, I think, in the evening. There's a guy on there, and he's a professor of criminality, like criminality professor, I think he is. And he was my old warden in 1996 at Woodhill Prison. He was the best governor going, really was. Because I got basic for forgetting to clean my sink. So I went up to the office. The prison officers took me up there because I hadn't done it properly. And then yeah, and then I got put on basic for a week. You lose your visits, you lose your canteen, and you have to stay in your cell through association. But lucky enough for me, I was only in there for 2 days on basic, and the governor said, "I'll take you off it because you've done a good job." Really good bloke. But now he's a millionaire. Yeah, I know Shrewsbury's closed now. It's open, isn't it? For like prison tours. That's what I've got to do. I've got to go and see that. But when my mate's died now, he died a couple of years ago for a drinking incident. So he something popped in his head. Yeah, so he's died now. Bless him. But yeah, no, he was a nice guy at the time, and when I met him in prison, but unfortunately, you know, he's always been in and out of prison for most of his life. So you know, he didn't mind. He just said, oh, "I'm going back on holiday." You know, that's what he always says. But he did used to beat up his wife, which I gave him a second chance on. You do meet some nice people in prison. They're just like you sometimes. But there are certain idiots, but mostly all lifers. I saw a lot of lifers coming in and out. Coming in and out of the time. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to roll a fag. Um, you know, but there's a lot of money that, you know, there's a lot of revenue, should I say, coming through the prisons to the government. So that's why the government love it. You know, the more people in prison, the more revenue, and if there's more revenue, then there's more jobs. You know, and there's more. It's a big bank with loads of mentally ill people in it. That's all it is. You know, not all prison officers are corrupt. My prison officers were all right. They weren't too bad. Hmm? Yeah, my partner went to Peterborough prison. If anyone hasn't seen the video that I did, with some interactions with two nice prison officers, but she was in there for 10 weeks, and but yeah, I called it Butlins because the prison officers are too nice to the women in there. True. Yeah, so I wanted her punished. I didn't want her to come out saying, "Oh, this was nice, this is cool," you know. But something must have worked. She hasn't broken the law since. Yeah, I've kept my partner on the straight and narrow. Yeah, to be honest, the government, that's not entirely true auditing. HM governments get revenue through the prisoners, basically. This is what an SO told me. And the private prisons run on basically they get some sponsors, and also a person buys up a certain amount of bulk of prisons, you know, and then rents them out and rents their lands out, rents the vans out and everything else. It's so complicated, absolutely complicated. Yeah, I know, Ian. Yeah. Um, I don't know what I actually mostly enjoyed in prison. I think I enjoyed being around other people with different backgrounds. That was an experience. Um, Trying to help the person that was a bit lower than you, which I like doing. I think I liked gym, and I did like a bit of gym. I did get into that. Education was good because I like the music side of things, because I used to be a drummer. And also, um, exercise was okay because you could annoy the guards. That was funny. Yeah, I did some burn deals at Woodhill as well. I bought. It was quite funny when I was. I'd got. I think it was half a gram of some tobacco. Anyway, I think it was golden Virginia. If I stutter a lot, people, it's because of my abuse through the years of drinking, and I do forget a lot of things. But yeah. Anyway, so oh yeah, yeah, like, you know, so I had to get half and then buy two double back, so it's like double the money. But I did one, and I knew I was leaving like in 2 days' time. This was in 2009. He was a horrible guy as well, and he'd gone in for murder. But I asked, because he'd been there for 10 years already, and I asked him if I could have a burn deal, because I did finish, you know, and I thought I was going to be okay. But my license come through in 2 days' time, and I was released, so I didn't get to pay him back. So I got away with that one. But then the prison officer said, "Make sure you don't come back, eh?" Said, "I'm not going to, not now." You know, didn't want me head kicked in. Oh, you were a listener, Alderson. Some of the listeners in there, mate, were brilliant. Absolute brilliant. Some of the stories, I mean, sometimes I used to sit there listening to their stories rather than mine. I was so interested. Our gym teachers were very regimental. What prison did you go to, Ian? Sounds like you went to an army camp. Tell you what, if there was no listeners in prison at the time, when I went in, I wouldn't have survived, I don't think. Because listeners do a good job, a real good job. What? Oh, All right, blimey, you were lucky. So you used to sell 15 grams of golden Virginia with 2 tins of tuna interest. Blimey, I never got that. If I'd have done it, it'd have been a lot easier. Good on Spunk. That's a good one, Spunk Chris. You know, nowadays, I mean, people say they get things thrown over the wall and everything else, but it's so hard because, you know, you can't have drones anymore over them. I don't agree with throwing stuff parcels over anyway because, you know, you go in with no addiction, but you come out with one. You know, that's not the way it should be. But on the Wood Hill prison, they used to have a big fencing all round like each exercise yard, and their helicopter protection. Because in '92, I believe, someone was tried to be picked up by a helicopter in the exercise yard and taken out. But lucky it didn't happen. Just it nearly did, but the helicopter landed, but they came out and it went. So yeah, and they've put all netting round to stop that happening now. Mad, don't it? Don't know how people have got so much, you know. Yeah, yeah. I know screws bring contraband in and stuff. It's a nightmare. You're never going to get away from it. Never going to get away from it. The cons are always one step ahead of everyone else, and the governors are in on it. Uh, Blimey. Yeah, no wonder it was like that, Ian. But yeah, no, prisons are not too bad. Like I say, if I wouldn't recommend going, but I'd also wouldn't say it's not a bad thing.
Let's take that 5 minutes.
Yeah, only for women, not men. Not for men. No, they don't. I've been told. That's why I did an audit on it.
And then women go to Peter Power Butlins.
But no, it's there's a problem with
Yeah.
oh. Yeah, no, there's always a problem with women because I mean, there's a program about women being nice, you know, being given short sentences. They should get shorter sentences, or why are they in prison? Because women always suggest that men have done it to them, and I think to myself, don't do that. That's lame, isn't it? I mean, if you go to prison, you go to prison because you committed a crime, you know. But there's a lot of nasty women around, you know, who say all this stuff. You know, I've been, you know, I've been to hell and back with certain people, you know, and when they go to prison, everyone says, "Oh, poor her." Blah, blah. When a man goes to prison, yeah, you know. Oh, yeah, it's another day. Yeah, so they treat women a lot better, and even the black variety now, like the idiot downstairs, probably got his probably got a 16-year-old down there shagging it, probably.
Probably.
Oh yeah, Ian. Hello, Rachel. I hope you enjoyed the sillies.
Oh, yeah, I did. Thank you, Ian.
Yeah, cheers, Ian. Yeah, it was good, mate. Well, you know, if the weather was better, um, when we went over to the sillies, it wouldn't have been so bad. But the ferry ride is so boring. Um, we would have gone by helicopter, but it was quite expensive. And not only that, the clouds were quite low, and they kept cancelling them. For the whole week we were down in Penzance, it was beautiful weather, absolute beautiful. But it just didn't feel like a holiday because there was too many Karens and sheep down there, you know, with masks, and it ruins it. That's why we didn't go abroad, because it wouldn't have been worth it. Because people, you know, they wanted you to sit on a beach with a mask on. Come on. I mean, you know what happens to your private parts when you don't show them in the sun, but if you wear a mask on a beach, right, it will look like the same, wouldn't it? So, yeah, the nightmare. Is that where you, was that Google Auto Mutiny? Yeah, I will auditing, definitely. I've got a lot of things coming up soon, in the next couple of months anyway. I'm quite busy with. But I know me, like I said, after tomorrow, me, Dino, and Deanology, and Free Independent Press 1916 are going to help the homeless around London, and that'll be live streamed. Yeah, that was Indy's. That was Indy's idea yesterday. So I thought, yeah, we'll do that. Tenner each. Go and get them some stuff like tenner stuff in Poundland and things like that. Just a bit like Live Free did a while ago in London. But Indy knows a lot of places in London where to go and to help the real sort of genuine homeless people. So that'll be good. Yeah, Marie, mask on a beach. That's what they said. That's what they want you to wear. Mask on a beach. The places you want to get tanned, you can't. You know, it's illegal. Can't even. Men, I mean, it's all right for women. They can take their tops off and do whatever, but us men can't take our bottoms off unless we go to a set like one of these naked beaches. You know, but don't forget, guys, we're all born naked. So what's wrong with it? Do you know what I mean? Yeah, London do. Certain people who do the homeless and stuff, like people who are begging, and there's a lot of them that aren't genuine. They earn about £2 a week. I was thinking of doing it. No, but I wouldn't, because I'm not like that. I want to help people, not other people take it away from the real. So horrible. And my heart goes out to any real homeless person. You're nice to me, I'm nice to you. That's the way it goes, you know, it's respect. Don't show me respect, you don't get it back. So that's the way it will go. Where do you think one of the places we should go, like to feed the homeless? Up north? Because down this way, where I live, there's a lot of fakers. I'm going to expose my neighbour at some point. So there's a lot coming. I need the councils to wake up, you know. And anyone who lives near St Albans or whatever, please, you know, hook me up and we'll go out and do an audit and try and help someone. Right, guys, I'm gonna call it a night. It's been a pleasure for you guys to be here. Anne Marie, I won't forget. And also everyone else in the room, you know when I'm going to do it in a couple of weeks. I'll put on my notifications and everything else. But please join me for that live. It'll be brilliant, and hopefully we get more than 16 people in the room. It'll be nice, but I'm going to share as much as I can. All right, thanks for being there, guys. Please subscribe, like, and share. It's amazing for you to be here, even 16 people, you know. And I've been on for 2 hours. That's not bad. All right, guys, I'm off. Take care. Love to you all, and stay safe.